You know, this is kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I don't even know how you guys are gonna take it. Let me make sure I'm muted first. So yeah, I don't know how you guys are going to take this, but it came off completely weird to me that I don't know why, but me clicking on the start streaming button tonight for like maybe all of 7 seconds, I felt nervous. I have no idea why I just felt nervous to come in here and talk to you guys. Now, it has nothing to do with Raw or anything like that. Just, I don't know. You ever feel like that? Like you go around a bunch of your friends or you go around a bunch of people you know, and you know, normally you feel comfortable around them, and just like, you ever just feel nervous once in a while? Like, that's how I felt. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know. Midlife crisis. Even though I'm not 50. I'm 47. You know, I told you people in my Discord chat, I'm 47 years old. You guys, you know, going hard trying to figure out my age. There you have it. Man, we got Raw tonight. First of all, how are you guys doing this lovely Monday night? Monday evening, wherever you're at. Hope you guys are having a good night. I don't know, man. What do you guys think about this Raw? I don't have an introduction set. I'm not prepared. You see, I don't have any type of layout. I maybe that's it. Maybe it's because I don't have a layout. Not on camera or anything like that. It just feels awkward tonight. So if I'm a little off, if I'm not myself, then maybe that's where you have it. Where was Raw tonight? Raw was at the Talking Stick Resort Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. Who names these places? The Talking Stick Resort. Interesting. Tonight, we got a couple of returns. We got, I don't want to say surprises. We got a pretty awkward show. So let me introduce myself to those of you who may be new here watching on the post show, or if you may be new here watching now. First of all, I go by the name of Wyzatv. We do talk wrestling here. All kinds of wrestling content is being uploaded to the channel. Trying to cover as much as different bases as we possibly can here. And excuse me if I seem a little off. You know, if it's your first time viewing me, or not viewing me, but listening to me, and I seem a little weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm having an off day. I don't know. Good God, I really don't know how to rebound from this one. It's so weird talking to y'all right now. Oh, do I just get into it? Yeah, fuck it. I'm not going to say drop a like on it or any of that stuff. If you do, great. Tonight's Raw. First of all, let's talk about Paige a little bit. Just want to mention it. Apparently Paige last night got arrested. Or detained. It was because, I'm guessing, from the looks of it, or from how it was described, I'm guessing she might have been intoxicated. They don't want to disclose the reason why she was just randomly walking around in the middle of the street, or why she was belligerent. She might have been a little intoxicated. There was a hashtag that went along with the tweet. And it seemed to have been ensuing that she got into it a little bit with the Alberto Del Rio. I don't know. But tonight she had a title shot, which we knew she wasn't going to win. So, tonight we start off with Dean coming out. And I was all for it. When I saw Dean come out, I was excited. Well, before that, we got Dean in a taxi. He gets out. He's counting up money to give to the cab driver. He just throws it in the window. Then he realizes, oh, hold up. Left my title in there. He left his title in the taxi cab. This is some Dean stuff right here. And already, I hear something. I see something, but I don't hear it. Why am I not hearing it? Oh, God. I'm going to get killed tonight, aren't I? I'm going to get killed tonight, aren't I? Well, he hate me with the donation. Thank you. Let me know. Did that thing play? I missed it. He Hate Me says Angelo Dawkins is joining the Wyatts with 5 headbands and 2 masks. Jesus. So he's going to wear a mask in the front, a mask in the back, a headband on his arm, a headband on his other arm, 2 headbands on his head, and a headband around his neck. Thank you, He Hate Me, for the donation and the show of support. If anybody wants to contribute, show support, keep this thing going, and you want to drop a tip on a good old Wyzatv, there's a link in the comment section below. Osiris isn't here to spam the chat with it, but it is in the not the comment section. What is it called? The description. I'm off my game today. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But yeah, all of that stuff is in the description, which I still have to clean up. And I have to figure out why that thing didn't play. It's pretty weird. I saw it pop up. I saw everything, and I didn't hear a sound. Do I have this thing muted? Oh, I don't know. Weird. All right, so when Dean gets out the taxi cab, I automatically felt like, all right, that felt refreshing. It didn't feel status quo. It just felt a little different. And we start off Raw with the Dean Ambrose after they show like a quick highlight of what happened the night before. And Dean comes out to a good pop. The crowd chanted, "You deserve it." And Dean, goes on to talk about cashing in and whatnot. And he wants people to know he's going to be a fighting champion. Out comes the Roman and the Reigns. And the crowd boos. And the Roman in the Reigns wants to put over Dean Ambrose and winning the title. He hates that he lost his title to Seth. He had a hell of a match with Seth. But he wants to put over that Dean is the champion. And that he's going to be gunning for him. And he wants to celebrate that Dean is the champion. And the crowd, from the moment Roman Reigns opened his mouth, I don't even think the first word came out before he got booed. The problem I have, and I tweeted this out after a while because I wanted to see if it would stop. I just said this crowd, and I just put the less than sign. This crowd bothered me tonight, especially during this promo. I don't care how they react to Roman Reigns. My problem with the crowd tonight was that I felt like they weren't supporting Dean. Now, you can, if people want to boo Roman Reigns, that's fine. They wanted the title off of Roman Reigns. Apparently, they don't want Roman Reigns to be the face of the company, XYZ. WWE, in a sense, listened to the crowd. They figured this isn't going the way we had it planned. This isn't going the way we want it to go with the Roman and the Reigns. Let's just give the crowd what they want, and let's put this thing on the Dean Ambrose. Some of the crowd wanted it on Seth. Dean, it was his time because he deserves it. It's his time to give this guy a chance to run with the belt and see what he could do with it. What they're doing with the Roman and the Reigns isn't working the way they wanted to. Give Dean a chance, and that's what they're doing, right? But when you do that, you have to get behind the guy. And that's what bothered me about this crowd tonight. The initial pop was there. You Deserve It was there. Once the Roman and the Reigns came out, it's almost as if they forgot that Dean was there. That is the John Cena effect. In the sense of this, John Cena says, if the crowd is saying, let's go Cena, Cena sucks, they're cheering for me. They are reacting to me, whether it be positive or negative. Now, I told y'all this before that he said this. Whether it's positive or negative, they are cheering for me. They are reacting to me. But what they're not doing in that time is responding to whoever it is that he's in the ring with. That's what happened here with Roman Reigns. The crowd is so engulfed in booing Roman Reigns that they don't see how that could hurt Dean. Because it's taken away the reaction from a Dean Ambrose. If you want to get behind Dean, or if you want to have somebody different on top, you want to have somebody different with the title, you have to give that guy the reaction. John Cena said it best. If you're giving me all your reaction, you're not putting that other guy over. And while they're focusing on Roman Reigns, they're hurting Dean. That's a problem. That's a huge problem that I don't think people or the people that were in that crowd tonight understood. Seth came out. First Roman just went to task on the crowd. Roman just went in. Pretty sure some people were like, oh man, there goes the heel turn. Roman's turning heel. No, Roman's trying to get the crowd to chill out because the moment is about Dean. Roman knows that they should be putting Dean over. This isn't about him anymore. It's about Dean, and he was trying to put that spotlight on Dean, and they just weren't biting on it at all. And it's like, come on, man. We're giving you what you want, and you're not even paying attention to the guy. You're still focusing on me being Roman Reigns. It's tough. And when you do things like that, it's hard for WWE to book things. It's hard for WWE to give the crowd what they want because when they do, you're not giving these guys the right reaction, you being the crowd tonight. I don't know what's going to happen with crowds in other towns. I don't know how the crowds in Arizona or what the hell is the name of this? The Talking Stick Resort Arena, Arizona. I don't know how they typically are. When Raw comes around or when WWE comes around, I don't know how they typically act. But tonight, they did not help. They didn't help the product. Critics can cry up and down all they want till their freaking heads blow off about how bad WWE is with booking. But how can WWE know how to book something when the crowd pretty much turns on what they were cheering for? Now, I can understand they've cooled Dean off so much since WrestleMania that it's kind of hard to get behind him consistently. I understand that. But at the same time, you got to work with the guy. You got to work with it. It's Dean. They gave him the pop. They chanted, you deserve it. Keep it up. Why fall away from that? Keep it hot. Fuck Roman Reigns. Exactly. Fuck Roman Reigns. This ain't about Roman Reigns right now. It's about Dean, and they didn't help this guy, which in turn, it doesn't help them with how they want to book this guy. It doesn't help them saying, oh man, they're really behind Dean. Maybe we should push this guy. That is something that makes somebody a transitional champion when you don't get behind him. And that sucked for the, maybe I shouldn't, but I kind of felt bad for Dean in that situation because it's like, man, this guy's holding a belt. He should feel important, and they're just worried about Roman, and it was killing Dean. Seth Rollins comes out, and Seth was on fire from the time. Like, his music hit, and it is as if, like, he just came on the track with bars. Like, he was just going in. They had to cut his music immediately because he had some shit to talk. And Seth's whole thing was about how Dean's a snake and how he pretty much cheated to get to the title, cheated to win the title, snuck him behind his back and XYZ, being completely hypocritical because that's what heels do. And it's like, damn. Now I'm looking at Seth like, dude, you wrestle a babyface style, but you're always coming off as a heel. I don't understand Seth. There's so much gray area between these three guys that I can understand why it would be hard to get behind him. You want to cheer for Seth, but you can't. You want to boo the Roman in the Reigns. Well, Roman's gonna get booed. And then you should want to. I don't know. And WWE is to blame when it comes to Seth. WWE is to blame when it comes to Reigns. As of this moment, the crowd is to blame when it comes to Dean. That crowd in particular. What was it called again? I'm gonna keep coming back to this. The Talking Stick Resort in Arizona. All right. The Talking Stick Resort Arena. I'm sorry. So, Roman gets in his face. He pretty much calls him a hypocrite, X, Y, and Z. This wasn't a bad segment. I just felt like the crowd took away from it. I don't felt that they reacted to this properly. And And after a while, it just seems like Dean was just in the background. And this is something I noticed. Anytime they have these three in the ring, if you just pay attention to the camera, Dean's always in the background. The focus is always on Seth and Reigns. Dean is usually maybe about 5-6 feet behind them. And even tonight, as a champion, Dean is just kind of off in the background while these two are going at it. That doesn't help Dean. That doesn't help this triple threat that you want to set up. He's the champion. He should be front and center. These two guys should be spread out. Give him about 3 feet and let Dean be in that camera focus. It should be about the three of them. Shane comes out and he says that Seth and the Reigns is going to have a match tonight for the #1 contendership for Dean, which is going to happen at the Battleground. Yay! Shane's pants are a little too tight. I'm sorry. A little too tight for me. All right, let's see. The commentators talk about blah, 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 blah. They putting over the AJ Styles gimmick. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I might be by myself on this one. Don't come down too hard on me if I am. Maybe it's just me. But I feel as though already on the main roster, I don't want to see these two go at it anymore. And what's crazy about it, it feels as if the feud is just starting based on tonight's match. And based on what happened after. It feels like now they're getting heated up. But now I feel like I don't want to see it. These two guys have been at each other since Sami Zayn got on the main roster permanently. It's just been these two guys. Like, these two guys with other people sprinkled in. Already, we've seen it too much. And this was like dating back to before WrestleMania and almost weekly. I'm sorry, I don't want to see them anymore. As of now, I think these two guys need a cool off. Because they've been doing it too much. Hi, David Johnson. I just so happened to bring my chat over and see that you said hi to me. Hope you're having a good night. Soul Brother says they're overdoing it. Yeah, man. Cena, please go away. We haven't even gotten to Cena yet. Who won? Seth or Roman? We're going to get... Well, let me stooge that off. Nobody won. It was a double count out. All right. So we got that match. Honestly, I can't tell you anything that happened in it. I can't. When I saw that there was going to be this match, I started watching people play Madden 17 videos. I wanted to see if the game was improved. I started watching something else. Maybe I'm like the Schleg Daddy. Maybe I'm like the OTRS Central, where I don't want to see this match anymore. And I don't care. We've seen this match a million times on the ROH. We've seen this match a couple of times on the NXT. This match has happened in PWG. This match has happened a bunch of times on the main roster, and these guys touch entirely too much. And at this point, it's like, why are they touching each other? Because they have history? Is that it? Is there a story? What are they going for? Give me something to sink my teeth into here, if you're going to keep these guys at it. Right now, the only storyline that they have is these two are destined to fight forever. I'm sorry. That's not good enough. Cosmic Blaze, man. Hey, how you doing, bro? After the match, Owens attacks Zayn, and then we get a commercial break. After the commercial break, they're backstage, and they're still fighting. I don't give a fuck. I really, really don't care. The SmackDown draft is going to be happening on SmackDown July 19th. So hopefully I do a mock draft with somebody, a dual mock draft with somebody before that. I probably should get it in before that. John Laurinaitis' music hits, and he wants to be the GM of Raw or SmackDown. He doesn't matter. People power. Shane, we're going to talk about stuff that matters. Enzo Amore and Cass versus the Vaudevillains. I thought I said we were going to talk about stuff that matters. Next, we're going to hear from AJ Styles. I'm sorry. I don't care about Enzo and Cass. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Maybe I want to, Maybe I don't want to. Maybe I feel as though they're getting pushed down our throats a bit. Huh? I mean, do these guys ever lose? On NXT, these guys' story was that they were the underdogs. Here on Raw, they don't lose. No, think about it. Have they ever lost? I'm thinking, on Raw. I don't know about SmackDown because I don't watch the SmackDown. Have they lost on Raw? Not Enzo, but has Kaz lost? I don't know. I don't think these guys lose. But the reason why we gravitated toward them were because they were lovable losers and we felt there was going to be a payoff. Here with these guys, they don't lose. So I don't care. I don't. Why is it? How do you feel about the rumor returns of Goldberg, Rey Mysterio, Kurt Angle, and Hardy? How do you feel about Robert Roode being on it? So let me touch on that right quick. That's from Chris Brown. Tank Top Master or Tiger. To be fair, they've been fighting the Dudleys. Yeah, but they moved on from that and they've been winning the other stuff as well. I mean, how do they always beat the Dudleys at that? But let me talk about this real quick. So those aren't rumored returns of Goldberg, Mysterio, Kurt Angle, and Jeff Hardy. The rumor is that WWE has reached out to them to try to get them onto SmackDown, and also Stevie Ray as well. How do I feel about that? I feel like WWE, once again, is admitting their failures. Admitting to us that they can't, once again, they're not creating stars. Rey Mysterio has been out of the company for what? 3-4 years now, about 3 years. Goldberg has been out of the company since WrestleMania 20. Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy, these guys have been gone for almost 10 years now. Like between 7, 8, 9 years now they've been gone. And WWE hasn't built up new stars since then. That's a shame. That's just a flat out shame. They shouldn't have to call these guys back. That's a disservice to their current roster. That is a complete disservice to their current roster. Now, they want to bring them in because they're big names and they could get the new guys over. Come on. There's tons of talent on that roster where if WWE put in the time to make those guys more important, they wouldn't have to call up guys that can barely walk. Wouldn't have to. Moving along. Do New Day drop at SummerSlam and to who? All right, so we'll get there. AJ Styles tonight was clean as the fuck. Ferguson, I can't say your first name, but hey, man. AJ Styles tonight on that mic was clean. I don't know what it was about the AJ and the Styles. AJ was clean tonight. He comes out and he's smiling, gives the crowd a hand. He's putting over that he's going to be on a Stone Cold podcast. And he's saying how he had a good match with John Cena. A match where he was proving his worth and proving that he was better than John Cena. But it just didn't sit well with him that he won that match with interference. In that Carl Anderson and Luke Gallerson kind of put a stain on that match. This was a dream match. You only get one chance to have that first match with a John Cena. And these guys ruined it. And he wants them to come out and apologize. And I'm like, oh man, AJ is trolling. So they came out. AJ said the same thing to their face. And they apologized. He's like, there's one more person I want you guys to apologize to. And it's the John Cena. The John Cena. Yeah, he welcomes the John Cena to come out. Out comes the John Cena. Cena's like, man, F your apology. Even though they apologized to him. It was a very, very sincere apology. Which AJ is just soaking up. And Cena is like... Oh, and AJ said what I said in last night's review. Completely stooged me off. Good job, AJ. He said, by you guys interfering, you did nothing more than to give John Cena more ammo to fire at me. I said that last night. That's exactly what the guy said. I'm like, yo, I'm on the ball. There was something else that he said in his promo that I had said last night, and I forgot what it was. But Cena came out and he did exactly that. He used that ammo against the AJ Styles. But AJ goes and flips it on him. Cena's like, well, you prove that you don't have no balls or no word. Your word's no good because you signed a contract and you couldn't beat me without those two guys. And AJ's like, well, sounds like you're using an excuse because you're saying that I needed those two guys to beat you when I completely ran circles around you. And now you want to use them as an excuse because you couldn't get the job done. That's fair and valid. Wyatt kicks out at 2. That's the gimmick. And he didn't do it this time. So what's your excuse now, Big Match John? What's your excuse now, Big Match John? Wyatt kicks out at 2 and he didn't do it tonight. Or that night. So AJ had counters for Cena tonight. AJ had counters. So AJ says, all right, we, as the club, we're going to send out a challenge to you, Mr. Wyatt. Tonight, you get to challenge somebody from the club. And Cena cuts him off and says, oh, easy. It's going to be you. And he starts coming down to the ring. Not so fast yet. See, let me finish. Anybody but me. AJ was just good tonight. His crowd control, everything about him was just on point tonight. On point tonight. And he says, so it's going to be the gallery. Well, Carl Anderson against Cena, and it was coming up next. This match bothered me because this did absolutely nothing for Carl Anderson. The way Carl Anderson was treated in this match honestly would be as if John Cena was wrestling Tyler Breeze. John Cena against Zack Ryder. John Cena against Fandango. John Cena against... Like, it was like that. This dude got 0 offense in. I don't care how upset Cena is. I don't care how pissed off he is. That guy, Carl Anderson, should get some offense in. That guy, Carl Anderson, should be a bigger deal than the way he was treated in this match. That was embarrassing. That does absolutely nothing for Carl Anderson. After watching this match with Cena and Carl Anderson, how could I ever imagine that these two guys, Gallerson, could be tag team champions? How? Cena came out and treated him like a stepchild. It was embarrassing. Now, I understand they want to get over, oh, Cena's upset, Cena's intense, Cena's on his A game tonight, where's AJ? I get that. Dude, do that with fucking Adam Rose or somebody. Adam Rose is gone. Do that with Heath Slater. You don't do that with Carl Anderson, somebody that could be a credible tag team champion. You don't, come on. This is the reason. This is what people don't like about the Cena. If you're in a Cena storyline, you're getting Wyatt. Tonight, Cena proved exactly what happens. Cena proved AJ Styles correct. When AJ Styles said, when you get in a match with John Cena, you get buried. Get out your shovels, you're getting buried. And that's exactly what they were doing with the Carl Anderson. Embarrassing. Completely embarrassing. So Wyatt goes for the AA. He hits it clean. Out comes AJ and Luke Gallows to attack him. Hit him with the Magic Killer, and Styles clash, and they stood tall. And I'm just like, we see exactly where this is going. Oh boy. Wyatt is kicking out at 2. All right, moving along. Wise, do you think AJ could hold the belt any time before this year is over? Absolutely. Absolutely. I can see it. I can see it coming because of the brand. The brand split, I've said this before, the brand split helps AJ big time. AJ will hold the title. AJ will hold the main title before this year is over. Abso-freaking-lutely. I hope he wins this feud. Judging by how they treat it, man, it's hard. It's tough. It's really, really tough. This was embarrassing. Let's see. What do I want to talk about? You got Renee Young backstage with Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch talks about how she doesn't understand why everybody keeps attacking her, why everybody keeps coming down on her. Anytime she makes friends, they all backstab her, that whole gimmick. And Natalya's like, fuck you, and she attacks her again. Yeah. That's it. That's it. We got Corbin and Zack Ryder. Then we got Charlotte versus Paige in a women's title match. Paige looked okay tonight. Charlotte's act is I don't think that she's getting the heel heat that she was once getting, where she sit. I like my heels to be strong and credible. Strong and credible. And the more they book Charlotte like this, which is pretty much their way of softening her up for Sasha, the more they book her like this, she just doesn't seem credible. She doesn't seem strong. Putting her with the Dana Brooke doesn't help her at all. Is it helping the Dana Brooke? I don't even think it's help. I'm not sure how it's helping the Dana Brooke. I don't know. I don't know. After Charlotte beats the Paige, they go for the attack on Paige after, I believe. And out comes Sasha. The crowd pops. And it was at that moment I just started noticing, yo, people are getting better reactions than Dean got. That's interesting. Huh. Fair enough. Sasha got a monstrous pop. She came down and completely leveled Dana Brooke. Gets in the ring, goes after Charlotte, hits her with that bank statement, lets it go, doesn't lock in anything, takes the title. Paige, she gets attacked from behind by Dana Brooke. Paige comes in, helps her out, raises her hand as Sasha's holding up the title. Tank Top Tiger. But Wyzatv, help me. Paige gets screwed out of a match, but holds Sasha's hand while she raises the title, implying she doesn't want the title at all. I noticed that too. Sure, you help Sasha because Sasha, she bailed you out. You don't have to raise her hand. You should want that title, and as Sasha's holding up that belt, you get in Sasha's face. That's what you should do. Everybody should want that title. But the way WWE books things, it's always one person at a time. It's always one person at a time. And with that, I don't feel like the title is important. I just feel like it's, hey, next in line up for the feud. Make the title feel important. Make it feel like everybody wants it. Sasha's holding up that title, which isn't hers. Paige should be in that right in her face. Yo, I got distracted tonight, and I lost because of that on some BS. I still want that title. Don't raise the hand of somebody else that's holding up the title. Never. Ever. Let's see. What do we get? We got the Roman and the Reigns backstage. Do I want to talk about that? He'll be the guy that beats Seth Rollins. Okay, so then we got the Bray Wyatt thing backstage where they say we're here. And in my Discord chat, somebody linked a funny video. I think it's on YouTube. You guys got to, seriously, you got to check it out. It's Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman on a car ride singing, legit singing, Sasha Banks' theme. And it's the funniest thing ever because it's in Bray's character, how he's singing it. It's hilarious. You guys got, like, seriously, you gotta hear it. If somebody could post a link to that, y'all could go on ahead and do that. Y'all go on ahead and post a link to that. And save it. Open in a different tab. Stay ass right here, though. Wow, I actually got fucking, I don't know how many people were here to begin with, but shoot, we got a bunch of people in here. Good tearing out, mate. Thank you guys for being here, hanging out with me. I loosened up since the beginning of this. You know, before I started off all nervous, and I think now I'm pretty normal. You know, I'm not all up in arms or anything like that, but I'm here. So after the commercial break, the Wyatts come out. Bray, oh, you guys miss me. And let's see. The Wyatt family is as strong as it's ever been, even though Luke Harper is out on injury. Okay, fair enough. Then we get interrupted by the Booty Bandits, the Booty Warriors, the Fleece Johnsons, the Booty O's, the New Day. And I just sat there and said, these motherfuckers. For a second, I felt heat there. I felt heat. And I don't know what they were out there for. They wanted to talk about the Wyatts and having power positivity, and how the power positivity made them champions, and how they're still the reigning champions. And that was Xavier's cue to do the two-time WWE World. And they couldn't do it. The crowd did it, but Xavier couldn't do it because he was in a trance. Looking at Bray, he was in a trance. If they do something like that with this character, bro, that'd be perfect. That's a part of character development. Bray Wyatt, a leader of a cult, can play these mind games with you and fuck with you mentally to the point where he can put you in a trance. That's like Papa Shango-esque. That's like Ministry of Darkness-esque Undertaker, where they put you in that trance. That's cool. That's cool. And Biggie snaps him out of it. He's like, hey, that was your cue. And he's like, oh, sorry, yeah. Two-time W. I was like, yo, they're probably not going to go nowhere with that, but it'd be pretty cool if they did. And last night on the review, I asked, I wonder what's next for New Day. They pretty much beat everybody. You know, Gallerson and Enzo and Cass, they were in that match. Were they pinned? No. But they were in that match and they didn't win. So technically, they've beaten everybody. And what's next for them? I guess this. But if they have this match at Battleground, I can't see New Day losing. I see them continuing on their streak and extending it. I don't know how they could possibly. I don't know how they could pull this one off. I don't know. Maybe we get to see a little more with that whole trans thing, and you know, maybe Bray gets what's that boy name? The Xavier Woods to turn on New Day. I don't know. It'd be cool if we got something different though. Lana is in the ring. She's announcing Rusev. I wish she would announce him. Like, come out on the ramp, call him the ultimate athlete like she used to. Like, this whole fiance thing, I don't really care. Like, I don't feel like Lana's getting that spotlight that she got in the beginning, where she just seemed to be like the wife of Ivan Drago. You know, the one that tells Rusev, crush! We don't get that anymore. And it sucks, because she was part of the act, and she was part of the thing that helped it get over. Now Rusev's getting over completely on his own. This guy's an animal. The crowd was chanting for Rusev. I can't talk right now. The crowd was chanting for Rusev tonight, by the way. All at the same time, like, you don't get any more Lana chants. Lana is no longer front and center. She's just there. Does it hurt the act? It doesn't hurt the act, but it was... I kind of feel as though it was better when they were both dominant. Titus O'Neil's backstage and he cuts... I don't want to say a generic promo because it wasn't generic. It was meant to be a fired up, intense Titus. But it just felt rehearsed. It didn't feel genuine. It didn't feel like it was from the heart. It was one of those things where he's like, oh, you insulted me and you insulted my family. You must pay for this. And I'm going to make you pay because you insulted me and you insulted my family. He said the same thing over and over and over. And then he screams off, don't ever disrespect me or my family. And he storms off. And he goes to the ring. And we have Titus's make it move, make it move. I'm like, that doesn't fit right now. That music just did not fit at that moment. And he comes out and he goes after straight body shot. Well, before he came in, Rusev's just taunting him. Anytime Titus is trying to get in the ring, Rusev is meeting him at that spot. And Titus is walking like, nah, bro, as soon as I get in this ring, it's about to be a problem, bro. And I'm just looking at Titus like, yo, this dude Titus just came home. Give me a second because I lost my chat. Let me pull up my chat because I'm not seeing you guys and I'm not loving that. Got to make sure I'm seeing you guys. Let me pull this over. This dual monitor gimmick is kind of wacky. Okay, there we go. So Titus gets in that ring and we just start getting bows. And I'm like, yeah, that's clean. Titus was intense with them bows. Rusev gets him in the corner, try to put them shoulders to him. Titus like, nah, man, fuck you. And he knee to the stomach and back to the bows. And then he starts throwing them around. Then they take it to the outside. And now I feel as though Titus is performing wrestling moves. He's performing wrestling throws. He's grappling. And I'm like, you don't necessarily do that in a fight. You got to keep selling this as a fight. You know, he's giving him punches to the stomach, but he stopped punching him to the face. I'm like, dude, he disrespected you in front of your boys, your son that you kissed in the mouth and all of that you birdman. But you don't want to punch this man in the face. You punch him in the stomach and then like you just, you know, kind of ramming him into the wall. Like, fuck that. Keep punching him in the face. But he got Rusev to retreat. He got Ruru to retreat. And as Rusev is retreating, the crowd is chanting for Rusev and not Titus. Ruru's over, man. Ruru is over, man. I'm telling you guys. Wyzatv, which of the old stars of WWE past would you like to come back for the brand split? Rumors. All right, we're not doing this. No, none of them. None of them. I've said this a lot of times. A lot of times. Focus. Pay attention. I don't like the idea of old stars coming back. Because it's WWE admitting that they couldn't create new stars. Put that stock into new stars. When they bring in the old stars, they're not going to do anything but dirty their name. They're not going to do anything but use them to put other guys over. If you're gonna, there's no point in that. There's no point. Look at the Dudleys. That's all I'm going to say is look at the Dudleys. So I don't care. I don't care. So it looks like that feud is going to be continuing on with the Titus and the Rusev. Let's see. Shane in the office with Jericho. I don't give a fuck about that. We're not going to talk about that. So we got the Seth Rollins in the room and in the Reigns. And I'm watching this match and I'm thinking like something seems a bit off about this match. We had Dean on commentary. He comes out to no reaction at all. And I'm like, God, come on. Work with this guy, Dean. Put the guy over. Which they didn't do. Why is it your reaction to God versus Ruru match? I don't want to see that. I need both of those guys protected. Don't do it. Don't do it. What do you think of Zack Ryder's future? Please tell me you're joking with that question, right? And Dolph's future is what? Are you new here? Helio King, are you new? I'm sorry, are you new? I'm sorry, are you new? Are you new? I wonder if you're new. We don't fuck with those guys. Any wrestlers you would like to see return, if any? CM Punk. That's it. CM Punk. That's it. That's it. That's the only person. I don't care about old stars. I don't. If you're in your 40s and you went to create your character or extend your character in another company for years and then WWE wants to call you back because they need, I don't care to see it. I don't care to see it. If you've been out of WWE for 5 years, I don't care to see you come back. I don't. I don't care to see you come back. I want to see the guys that they have, and I want to see them make names out of those guys. That should be the focus. Make names out of the guys you have. Stop using the crutch of bringing back the older guys. Next thing you know, they're going to be sitting here bringing back Tommy Dreamer. Come on. So this match, the Roman and the Reigns and the Seth Rollins, something felt a little bit off on this at the beginning. Once the match got going and toward that second half of the match picked up big time. Dean Ambrose on commentary. First Dean was on commentary. Then it switched from Dean being on commentary to Dean cutting a promo. For the last 10 minutes of that match, for the last 10 minutes of Raw, Dean was cutting a promo. He was in promo form. I don't think that he was even listening to what Michael, JBL, and Byron Saxton were saying to him. Dean was in his own world, cutting promos, while Seth and Reigns are having a match. And it was a pretty decent match in that second half. Did I like the match as much as the match from last night? Nah. It kind of felt like a Raw match, but it felt like a Raw main event match. We got the ending where it was a count out. Shane comes out and he says, all right, we're not going to have this on no count out. It looked like he was about to extend the match. But Dean's like, nah, you got me fucked up. Didn't you hear me over here on commentary? I said I'll fight both of these guys. So here, we'll do you one better. Because Shane says, I'll give you the chance. Shane says, yeah. Dean's like, nah. I want both of these guys. You don't have to worry about extending this match. Give me both of these guys. And honestly, it was refreshing to hear something like that. That's how a champion should talk. That's how a champion should act. That was perfect. That was perfect. Roman Reigns against Sheamus. You know you're going to get attacked by the League of Nations. Why not just say, give me all of them. Give me all of those guys. I'll stand up to them. That's some shit that Cena does. And now we don't get it from the Roman in the Reign, who's supposed to be your babyface. We don't get it from him. We get it from Dean. Give me both of them. And then Shane says, I'll do you one better. We'll make it a triple threat at the Battleground. And Dean's like, cool, perfect, exactly what I want. I'll beat them both. The Roman in the Reigns goes to touch his shoulder. No, don't touch my shoulder. Take this pedigree. According to Michael, this was a pedigree. And then he leaves while Seth is in the corner like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. So Seth goes to attack the Roman in the Reigns, and Dean's like, see, you got me fucked up. I got eyes behind my head. Goes back in there and pedigrees him too. Yes, this is now the pedigree. No more dirty deeds. It's the pedigree. According to Michael. Wyzatv, what do you think of having Daniel Bryan? I think he's retired. Let's see. So, real quick, I'm kind of against them having this triple threat at Battleground, but I think I understand the reason why they're having it at Battleground. A match like this should be held off till SummerSlam because it's a big time match. It's a big field match. And now I understand why they had the Seth and Reigns match last night at Money in the Bank and didn't hold off a month. And now I understand why they're having this match at Battleground. They want to get this match blown off before the brand split. Because they're going to split these guys up. These three guys will be split up. Sorry to say it. I honestly think that that's the reason why. They're splitting them up. And they want to make sure that they cash in on this opportunity before it's too late. There we go. What do I think of having Daniel Bryan as a SmackDown general manager? I think it'll be a I think it'd be a pretty good thing to start with. I don't know how it would go down the line. I don't know. Can he take a bump? That's like, if I see Daniel Bryan, I want to see him bumping. I want to see him out there taking the bump, man. It's gonna be hard for me to see Daniel Bryan as a general manager because I know we all want to see more. Like, we don't want to see him on TV just saying, all right, you're going to be doing this tonight. You're going to be... Nah, man. I want to see him bumping out there, man. What do you think about a match between Brock and AJ Styles? Who would win? That would be an interesting match. I tell you what, he won't stand there and let Brock suplex him 16 times. That's not going to happen. How do you feel about Jeff Hardy? Yeah, I'm done here. You guys all have a good night. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will catch you all. Should have another video up tomorrow for you guys. Probably do a top 10 moments of Raw. Tonight's Raw. We'll see. I did a top 5 moments of last night's Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Feel free to check that out. Hopefully you guys do. And if you do, stop by there and say Future Wyzatv sent me down in the comment section below of that video. I'm out of here. You guys have a good night. Hope to see you guys whenever the hell I see you. Bye. Hold up. Wait. I don't want to click the wrong button. Let me make sure I click the right button. Click the right button. Stop it on here. Yep. This is where you